Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Happy New Year to every one of you. Happy 2021. Welcomes to another wonderful and amazing year. I know this is the first time you all are seeing my face this year. Yes, except for the wonderful messages I spread out there on Facebook, on our Instagram page, and on Twitter page. No, a lot of you have not really seen my face this year. Yeah, this is the first time. I've really missed every one of you too. And I want to say welcome to a new year. It's going to be a new year of new beginnings for us. So this year, I have lots of exciting and wonderful topic pile up together. This year, you're going to enjoy yourself. I'm taking this year to know what, take care of you especially. Yes, you that are watching me, I want to take care of you specially. I want to give you episode that will help to manage you, take care of you and propel in your career, your future, your family, your relationship, every area. So thank you for watching. So if you are a returning subscriber, I want to first of all wish you a happy new year, and I want to say thank you for being your girl every time. And if it's the first time you're watching me, this is the first time you're joining Dynamic series, I want to say welcome. This is a place, our home to be. You can see your girl. We're always looking beautiful, so plump, so nice, so lush, so dashing. Borrow me the word. I love you all. Thank you for watching me. But please, I want you to kindly go down to the subscribe button and subscribe. This is a place where we talk about career, relationship, love, marriage. We talk about exciting and wonderful things. Sex, yes. You have to learn how to be good at that. We talk about that. So if you enjoy what you're watching, I want you to please kindly do subscribe. Thank you. The subscribe button is below the video. Click on the subscribe button and put on the notification bell beside the subscribe button so that once your girl drops a new video, you get notified once. Thank you all as usual. So today, let's get to the topic of the day. Today we want to talk about what are the causes of stress in the workplace, and I have lot of reasons packed together for you. It can be so depressing and tiring when you have a lot of people who work in firms. When you see people coming back from work, they are so tired. Some of them are sleeping in the bus. Some of them, they can't even do anything when they get home again. So there should be a way to manage it. So I've come up with wonderful, after doing lots of research, see that there are a lot of ways we can actually manage work stress so that we can perform very well, effectively in our job. At the same time, relax and have our mental health, maintain our mental health and take care of ourselves. So that will be what we'll be talking today. So let's get to the business of the day. So the first thing I will be talking about is causes of stress in the workplace. Causes of stress in the workplace. But first, let's get to define what stress is. What exactly is stress? So permit me to read from my journal. I said stress can be psychological, it can be physical, a state that results when the resources of an individual are not sufficient to cope with the demands and pressure of the situation. The resources, your resources is you yourself, your mental resources, all those skills you've gotten that you put together at work to make the work good, to give your organization a good image. All those resources, when they are now not sufficient enough to meet the demand of what your organization or your firm or your company or your business is requiring for, then definitely there will be stress. And this stress, they come in different ways. You come these days, you see people, they are stressed, they are tired. At times when I go to work, at times when I'm in the bus, I see people sleeping they are sleeping in the bus, so tired, so depressed. A lot of different kind of faces you see. So what are those things that causes work stress or job stress? So when we get to the root of what are those things that causes it, then we will be able to know what are the effects it would have on you as human, as an individual. Then from there we'll be able to pick it to now talk about how then can we manage it. So the first thing on my list on the causes of stress in the workplace is distance between workplace and home. The distance between workplace and home. Sincerely, it's not something we can really, some people can't help it. Let's take for instance, you are living in one remote part of Lagos Let me use Lagos for instance. For every other person that is not in Lagos, please bear with us. You are living in one remote part of Lagos, and you have to go as far as the highland to your place of work, as far as VI, Ikoyi and the likes. Waking up very early, a lot of people will have to wake up as early as 4 a.m. They leave home by 4:30 to get to work by 8 or 9 a.m. and they leave office by 5. And by the time they will sit down in traffic all the way, they'll get home by 11 p.m. So tired, so worn out, so lot of pressure, the traffic pressure, the work pressure, and some other pressure, family pressure you might have. All these combined together can be so stressful, and before you know it, it affects your performance in the office altogether. And before you know it, you see your boss start complaining, start saying this, start saying that, and all. That is the first thing. The second thing that causes stress in the workplace is excessive workload. Sincerely, some organizations are not trying at all. When you're applying for a job, some organizations are not structured. I'm very sorry to say, especially some one-man business or all this kind of partnership that the organization is not so big or well known yet. They don't have a structured job role or job specification for you. They'll tell you are going to be an accountant and you manage all our accounts and all this income and outflow of finances and money and all. They don't structure the job role, the job description. They tell you are going to do A, and by the time you get to the organization and you start with them fully, they start telling you to do B, to do C, to do D. And before you know it, the workload becomes so encumbering and so tiring and so much and so excessive that by the time you're going to leave the office, you become so unproductive. You can't even do any other thing again except for maybe you sleep. So that is another thing that causes what? Stress in the workplace. The third causes of stress in the workplace is few opportunity for growth or advancement. Some firms are very worst. They don't even have opportunity for you to grow. They don't have opportunity for you to take professional skills that can help to better you at work. All they want you is for you to work. They don't mind you getting the skills by yourself. Whichever way you get it is none of their business. They just want you to get it. That is another causes of stress in the workplace. The fourth one is conflicting demands or unclear performance. Conflicting demand or unclear performance is still relating to what I said when the organization is not structured. You have a job role, they tell you are going to do this, and at the end of the day, you are doing more than what it is expected. They keep demanding for things. Okay, they tell you to do this. While you are doing that, your boss tells you to do that at the same time. Do this, and they keep giving you all these deadlines, that unnecessary, unreasonable deadlines that you can't meet up with. So those are the causes of what? Work stress. And some of them will not be so clear as regarding what they want to use, the metrics they want to use in measuring your performance. So they will tell you today you are not doing well, next tomorrow you are not doing, and you keep putting in your best. You just feel as if you are doing everything, but things seems not to be working. So that is another thing. The fourth one is lack of social support. There are some organizations, activities that are relating to maybe spending time together or doing enjoyable things together, they don't have it. I remember working for a firm at a point. I was doing my internship, but what I could recollect vividly was every Friday we are always doing something that's called TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Everybody comes together. There's music, there's food, there's drinks. We all come together. We ball, we flex. We enjoy ourselves after a long stressful day, and that a long stressful week. And that alone helps us to relax our muscle. It helps to relax us completely, and we get to relate with each other more. But some organizations, their own focus is on you delivering. They don't mind how you are going to deliver. They just want you to deliver. This is not helpful in Nigeria. Companies, organizations, let's look into this. Try to push this out to every firm, to everyone out there, so that they can hear. So the next thing, or another cause of work stress is not observing break time. It can be so encumbering. I've actually worked with an organization where they tell you, okay, you are going to, your break is between so and so you're going to have a 1 hour break during the day, but oh my God, the workload will be so much that you have to eat on your job. You eat while you are seated. Where you are seated is where you take your breakfast or either lunch. And before you know it, you can't even remember. Maybe at times you work so hard you even forget to eat. It is not done. You should try as much as possible to observe break. Let there be break time. When you are having your discussion, when you are dealing, when you are having discussion with your HR and you're about to take a job, ask them, when is it time for break? When do you observe break? When can I take break? Is there time for breakfast? Is there time for lunch? Do they make provisions for breakfast? Ask. You can't go wrong for asking. And if they don't, you can make provisions yourself to make them available. That is another causes of what? Work stress. Another causes of work stress, this one goes hand in hand with what I've said before, is missing breakfast. Missing breakfast, yes. See, breakfast is one of the most essential meal of the day. If you miss every food, don't mix breakfast. Only on a very important occasion, maybe there is a very important reason you have to rush out or dash out of the house, you should try as much, even if it is bread, even if it is tea, whatever, anything, even if it's just a cup of tea, try to sip before you go. That will hold you, it strengthens you. When you take breakfast, you have energy and strength for you to be able to walk all through the day. So breakfast is one of the essential meals you should not miss in a day. So try as much as possible to take note of that. That's another thing that causes work stress. When you misses breakfast, there is nothing in there. You are just working on empty tummy, and you have to work from like 8 to like 5, and at the same time there's no time for lunch. You are carried away with work. All those things, they will stress you out, and before you know it, it will affect your performance at the job. The 8th reason on my list is not having enough control over job related decisions. That one is quite common. When you have bosses, you have bosses that are so, how do I put it? They are so authoritative. They give order, they back orders here and there. They don't even give you opportunity to think or make decisions. When you have some bosses, they just pile up jobs for you, they back orders, they don't give you room to make decisions yourself. All this can actually affect your performance at the workplace and at the same time stress you out. So the other one on my list, the 9th one, is time pressure or unreasonable deadlines. Those are another thing. So you have to look for how to manage your time, how to manage your deadlines. What are those things that you're expected to do? Map them out. Give them time on how you're going to go about doing them. And if there is need for you to talk to your supervisor or your director or your boss about your time, there's a way you put it down. There's a way you tender it. There's a way you talk to them about it. You can go online to learn how to communicate in a corporate way. There's something called corporate communication. There's a way you communicate corporately. So you learn to communicate corporately. You tell them, let them know if there is something that is excessively stressful. You can call their attention to it. Not you are not going to do it, no, but you can make sure if you come up with a beautiful idea on probably how it can be broken down and stretched out in such a way that there will be time for you to do it and it will not affect your mental or physical health. So you have to take that into consideration. And last on my list, another thing that causes stress at workplace is poor physical working condition. Poor physical working condition. Some organizations are so poor. You need to see the environment. It's not conducive at all. You can have up to like 20 people in a particular workspace and there is only just probably one AC and everywhere is so choked up. There is heat. You are sweating. In the hot afternoon you will sweat. In the morning you will sweat. All those kind of work environments that is not conducive or comfortable, they can cause work stress. You can talk about it. One problem we have in Nigeria is there is no labor law, but we ourselves can come together to be a voice to people. When one person talks about it and every other person supports, not in a way that you are trying to fight or you are trying to be violent in any way, but if you put it in the milder way, in the best possible way, then everything will be sorted. So I want us to look into this. Those are the causes of work stress. So I want you to go through the video again in your leisure time to see what are those things that I've mentioned that is really particular to you, so that when I start talking about the effects and how to now manage yourself properly, you'll be able to tick them and see how to manage them. So that will be all today on this wonderful episode of Dynamic series. In the subsequent series, I will be talking about what are the effects that work stress gives to you and causes for you, and how you can then manage yourself. Thank you. God bless you.